How do you turn a vision into a thriving marketing agency? It takes more than just ambition. It requires a blend of strategic foresight, resilience, and a willingness to evolve. Today, we're breaking down the success formula of Cori Kohlmeier, the brain behind Advantage Marketing in Wichita, Kansas, and how she scaled her agency from a one-woman show to a powerhouse team serving over 50 clients. Cori was also the winner of our recent Great Agency Founder Search on LinkedIn. Hey, it's David, and if you're an agency leader looking to scale, you're in the right place. We're diving into the journey of Cori Kohlmeier, a strategist who didn't just dream, but executed her way to the top of the agency game. Stick around as we unpack the actionable insights from her decade-long journey of growth and innovation. Cori's journey started in the trenches of television sales, where she mastered everything from media buying to script writing. Her desire? Full control over client projects. This craving led her to venture out and establish Advantage Marketing in 2013 with a clear vision and a strong network.
The agency that I was at, like I said, it was really archaic, and it basically had me shackled. Like I just wasn't able to do the things I wanted to do for my clients. And the end goal was for me to buy that agency, but it didn't feel right. It didn't make sense. And so as I kind of struggled with what to do, I sought out resources. I talked to a lot of people. I went to Wichita State, talked to people about valuations of an agency, and tried to come to terms with what made the most sense. And at the end of the day, for me and for my family, it was, I need to start my own agency.
Lesson 1. Transitioning from an employee to an entrepreneur demands a leap of faith and leveraging your existing relationships. It's not about having all the answers on day one, but having the courage to start. By 2014, Cori faced the classic entrepreneur's dilemma: too much work and too few hands. Her solution? Bringing on board a former TV sales rep turned vice president, Amy Hofer, doubling the agency's client portfolio.
So Amy was my rep, and she was an amazing rep. I mean, I had a lot of reps, and I've had a lot of reps throughout the years, and she was the strongest by far. And we actually didn't like each other in the beginning and developed a friendship through being pregnant at the same time with our boys. And so that's kind of how we became friendly with each other.
Lesson 2. Scaling your agency means recognizing when it's time to expand your team and choosing individuals who not only share your vision, but also bring their own strengths to the table.
So when I brought her on, she was able to bring in clients as well. And so, doubling the size of the agency. And she slowly rolled into buying in as a partner. So she just didn't start off as, a partner. Like she had to kind of learn the game. And I'm a majority shareholder, but we work through a lot of the details of the agency together. And that's kind of how we've been able to grow it. We did purchase another agency 6 years ago. I wanted to scale again, and it was like, how do we get bigger? But it's like that chicken and the egg. So which came first? Do we get the clients first, and then we need the staff to support it? Or do we have the staff to support it before we have the clients? And so by purchasing another agency, we were able to get both. And so again, doubling in size. And so it was crazy.
With that in place, Cori quickly realized that outdated processes were holding her back. Her response? Implementing project management tools that transformed operations, making them more efficient and scalable.
We had a task management system like for each client. So, all the different things that need to be done. So how do you get from, what the client needs to happen in their marketing to the actual TV commercial and the media buy? Well, there has to be communication with the team. And we have a large team now, 16 people. And so how does Casey know that, the website needs to be updated or a new website needs to happen? Well, we have a task management system that we utilize. And so the directors are putting in information for their teams so that they understand. And before, we had done it just a little bit different, where our traffic manager and media director were kind of in there. And we got to the point where we're doing so much creative and really working on a lot of brand for our clients that it really needed to be more about our directors taking the initiative and scheduling it out.
Lesson 3, don't let legacy systems drag you down. Embrace technology and streamline your processes to free up time for growth-focused activities. Next, understanding the power of strategic financing, Cori utilized microloans to fuel her agency's growth, a move that propelled Advantage Marketing.
I think a lot of people small businesses get caught up in, well, I don't want to owe anyone anything. And I didn't want to owe anyone anything, but I also wanted to have a level of comfort because, you pay things for clients sometimes and prepay things. And that's, you have to establish credit early on in the agency biz. And so I wanted to have all that set up so my clients didn't have to worry about that. And I was self-sufficient. And so that was really important. Well, SCED, South Central Kansas Economic District, they had given me a microloan early on, paid it back. We did the loan when we bought the other agency, paid it back. We used them, utilized them again.
Lesson 4. Leveraging debt wisely can provide the boost needed to scale at an accelerated pace. It's about smart investment in your agency's future. Cori attributes part of her success to fostering a flexible work environment and optimizing team meetings.
Yeah, we have a lot of meetings, but I'm really big on making sure that the meetings aren't just to have a meeting. I used to have a manager that would call a meeting at 5 o'clock on a Friday. And it was like the rudest thing. I mean, I had to pick my daughter up across town. He didn't care. Yeah, just terrible. But we have one-on-ones first thing Monday morning. And I know some people say, oh, Monday morning, you shouldn't have meetings. But I like it. I mean, it's kind of like, get me organized for the week. What are you guys waiting on? What do you need?
This approach not only increased productivity, but also team morale. Lesson 5. Trust and flexibility are key to building a high-performing team. By respecting and valuing your team's time and life balance, you cultivate a culture of loyalty and dedication. Despite her success, Cori never stops learning.
I think when our team is successful, if they've had challenges and, they've maybe resisted on like a change within the agency, seeing them take hold of it and feel good about it and own that space, I think is a proud moment because no one is like a natural born leader. I've read a lot of books on leadership, and that's where I try to strengthen myself as a leader. And, I don't think you're ever done learning.
Cori is now considering an executive business coach to map out the next 5 years, proving that growth is a continuous journey.
And so I think that's really important, is kind of knowing who you are and where you're at in your journey. I think talking to people and resources is great. I'm a WSU alumni. And so anytime I've gotten hung up on stuff, I've gone to Wichita State. I've talked with them. I went through the KSBDC SBA through Wichita State. I still have a relationship with the SBA here in Wichita. And so just reaching out to those resources and talking to them when I get hung up or how I should, go about something. And 9 times out of 10, like they help me work it out or I work it out myself through that conversation. So I think not being afraid to ask questions and then seek out that help.
Lesson 6. The path to scaling your agency is an ongoing process of learning and adaptation. Stay curious, seek mentorship, and never become complacent. Cori Kohlmeier's story is more than inspirational. It's a roadmap for any agency leader looking to scale. From leveraging your network to embracing change, each step of her journey offers valuable lessons in growth and resilience. Now it's your turn to apply these strategies and carve out your own success story. Remember, scaling an agency isn't just about working harder. It's about working smarter, making strategic decisions, and leading with vision and purpose. See the complete details of the story by clicking the link in the description below. Ready to take your agency to the next level? Let's make it happen. Subscribe for more insights, hit that like button if you found this valuable, and share your scaling challenges and successes in the comments down below. Here's to building your legacy, one strategic step at a time. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep scaling and keep winning.